Joseph Ellison. Lawrence Joseph Ellison, born August 17, 1944, is an American business tycoon and investor, and the co-founder, CEO and Chief Technology Officer of Oracle. In April 2021, with a net worth of $93.9 billion from $57.3 billion in 2018 to $93.9 billion, he ranked the 9th richest person in the United States and the 10th richest person in the world in the Bloomberg Billionaire Index, owner of Lanai, Hawaii, the 41st largest island in the United States, with more than 3,000 residents. Larry Ellison was born in a Jewish family in New York. His biological father was a pilot of the U.S. Army Air Force from Italy and the United States. Ellison contracted pneumonia when he was 9 months old, and his mother abandoned him and let his aunt and uncle adopt him. He didn't see his biological mother again until he was 48. Ellison moved to the South Bank of Chicago, where he lived in a middle-class neighborhood. In his memory, his adoptive mother was warm and caring, in stark contrast to his strict, indifferent and often estranged adoptive father. He chose the name Ellison to commemorate his entry into Ellis Island in the United States. Louis Ellison was a civil servant who made a small fortune in Chicago's real estate industry, but lost his fortune during the Great Depression. Although Ellison grew up in a Reformed Jewish family, he of adoptive parents often go to the synagogue. Religious skeptics. Ellison said, "Although I believe I am pious in some respects, some of the teachings of Judaism are not the doctrines I adhere to. I don't think they are true. These are all interesting stories. These are all interesting myth. I absolutely respect those who believe this is true, but I did not see any evidence." The 13-year-old Ellison gave up the coming-of-age ceremony. Ellison said that his love for Israel has nothing to do with religious sentiment, but with the innovative spirit of the Israelis. The technology department. Ellison attended South Bank High School in Chicago, then went to the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, and attended the pre-medical school, but dropped out without final exams in his sophomore year because his adoptive mother had just passed away. 1966. In the summer in California, he studied physics at the University of Chicago for a semester without taking the exam. He was exposed to computer design in Chicago for the first time, and then moved to Berkeley, California to work for 22 years. Warren Buffett. Warren Edward Buffett, born August 30, 1930, is an American business tycoon, investor, and philanthropist. He is currently the chairman and chief executive officer of Berkshire Hathaway. Hathaway is one of the most successful investors in the world, with a net worth of more than $100.6 billion in April 2021, making him the 7th richest man in the world. Buffett was born in Omaha, Nebraska. He became interested in business and investment in his early years. He eventually studied at the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania in 1947, then transferred to the University of Nebraska in 1947, and then graduated from Columbia Business School, where he established his own investment philosophy. Benjamin Graham put forward the concept of value investment. He studied economics at the New York School of Finance and soon began several business partnerships, including one with Graham. He founded Buffett Partnership, Limited in 1956. His company eventually acquired a textile production company called Berkshire Hathaway and created a diversified holding company in his name. In 1978, Charlie Munger joined Buffett as a vice president. Since 1970, Buffett has been the chairman and largest shareholder of Berkshire Hathaway. The world media called him the Oracle or Saint of Omaha. He is known for his commitment to value investing and personal frugality despite having huge wealth. A study published by the University of Oxford describes Buffett's investment approach as basic centralism, which is defined as respect for managers with founder mentality, the ethical stance of the shareholder community, and a strong focus on the value of the index. In essence, Buffett's concentrated investment protects managers from short-term market pressures. Buffett is a well-known philanthropist. He promised to donate 99% of his wealth to charities, mainly through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. In 2009, he promised with Bill Gates that the billionaire pledged to donate at least half of his wealth. 2009 American Philosophical Society. Buffett was born in Omaha, Nebraska in 1930. He is the second and only child of the three children of Layla, originally Star, and Congressman Howard Buffett. He started his education at Rose Hill Elementary School. In 1942, his father was elected to the U.S. Congress in 4 terms and moved to Washington, D.C. He graduated from elementary school with his family, attended Alice Trading Junior High, and graduated from Woodrow Wilson High School since 1947. Where is his photo? The graduation yearbook reads, "He likes mathematics, a future stockbroker." After graduating from high school and successfully completing his own business and investment projects, Buffett wanted to drop out of school and start a business directly, but his father refused. Buffett began to be right. He was interested and invested in this business. He was inspired by 1,000 Ways to Make $1,000 he borrowed from the Omaha Public Library when he was 7 years old. In one of his early business ventures, Buffett was selling Coca-Cola chewing gum. When he was working at his grandfather's grocery store, he delivered bottles and weekly magazines from door to door. As a student, he made money by delivering newspapers, selling golf balls and stamps, and designing cars. In his first tax return in 1944, Buffett received a $35 discount for using bicycles and reading newspapers. In 1945, when he was in the 2nd grade of high school, Buffett and a friend gave $25 from an old pinball machine they kept in a local barbershop. For months, they drove a few cars in 3 hair salons in Omaha. At the end of the year, they sold the business to a veteran for $1,200. Buffett's interest in the stock market and investment can be traced back to his student days in the client room of a regional brokerage company near his father's brokerage firm. At the age of 10, he went to the New York Stock Exchange. At the age of 11, he bought 3 shares of City Service preferred shares for himself and 3 shares for his sister Doris Buffett. At the age of 15, Warren's monthly income in the Washington Post exceeded $175. In high school, he invested in his father's business and bought a 40-acre farm run by tenant farmers. At the age of 14, he bought the land with his savings of $1,200. By the time he graduated from university, Buffett had already saved $9,800, approximately $107,000 today. In 1947, Buffett entered the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania. He would have preferred to focus on his career, but his father forced him to sign up. Warren studied there for 2 years and joined the Alpha Sigma Phi Brotherhood. Then he moved to University of Nebraska, where he received a bachelor's degree in business administration before the age of 19. After Buffett was rejected by Harvard Business School and learned that Benjamin Graham was teaching there, he studied at Columbia Business School at Columbia University. Received a master's degree in economics from Columbia University in 1951. After graduation, Buffett entered the New York School of Finance. Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Elliott Zuckerberg, born May 14, 1984, is an American media tycoon, internet entrepreneur and philanthropist, known as the co-founder, president and chief executive of Facebook Incorporated officials and major shareholders. Breakthrough Starshot is a member of the Solar Sail spacecraft development project and serves on board. Zuckerberg is from White Plains, New York and studied at Harvard University. On February 4, 2004, he was in the dormitory with his university roommates Eduardo Saverin, Andrew McCollum, and Dustin Moskowitz founded Facebook with Chris Hughes. The site was originally launched for selected university campuses, but soon expanded beyond universities, reaching 1 billion users in 2012. In 2007, at the age of 23, he became the youngest billionaire in the world to make money on his own. As of June 2021, Zuckerberg's net worth is $123.1 billion, becoming the fifth largest millionaire in the world since 2008. Time magazine has included Zuckerberg on the list of the world's 100 most influential people as part of its Person of the Year award. In December 2016, Zuckerberg was listed on Forbes' global list of the most influential people. World. Zuckerberg was born in White Plains, New York on May 14, 1984. His parents Karen, originally Kempner, was a psychiatrist, and Edward Zuckerberg was a psychiatrist. A dentist. He and his three sisters Randy, Donna and Daryl were born in Dobbs Ferry, a small town in Westchester County, New York, about 21 miles north of central Manhattan. Zuckerberg grew up in a family of Reformed Jews. His ancestors came from Germany, Austria, and Poland. Star Wars came up with the theme of the coming-of-age ceremony when he was 13 years old. At his early high school, Zuckerberg performed well academically. 2 years later, he moved to the private school of Phillips Exeter College, where he won awards in mathematics, astronomy, physics, and classical studies. When he was young, he also participated in the summer camp of the Johns Hopkins Genius Youth Center. In the college application, Zuckerberg said that he can read and write French, Hebrew, Latin, and Ancient Greek. Was the captain of the fencing team. Bill Gates. William Henry Gates III, born October 28, 1955, is an American business tycoon, software developer, investor, writer, and philanthropist, co-founder of Microsoft Corporation, and his childhood friend Paul Allen together. Gates is president, CEO, president and chief software architect. He was the largest single shareholder until May 2014. He is one of the most famous entrepreneurs in the software revolution. Microcomputers in the 70s and 80s. Gates was born and raised in Seattle, Washington. In 1975, he and Allen founded Microsoft in Albuquerque, New Mexico. It became the world's largest PC software company. Gates led the company as president and CEO until he stepped down as CEO in January 2000 and was replaced by Steve Ballmer, but he remained chairman of the board and became chief software architect. In the late 1990s, he was criticized for his anti-competitive business strategies. This view has been confirmed by numerous court rulings. In June 2008, Gates held a part-time position at Microsoft and a full-time position at the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, a private charity co-founded by him and his girlfriend, Melinda Gates, founded in 2000. Retired from the position of chairman of the Microsoft Board of Directors in February 2014 and assumed a new position as a technical consultant to support the newly appointed CEO Satya Nadella. March 2020, Gates left his board of directors at Microsoft, and Berkshire Hathaway will focus on their philanthropy, including climate change, global health and development, and education. Since 1987, Bill Gates has been on the Forbes Global Rich list. 15 from 1995 to 2017, except for 2010 to 2013, he was the richest man in Forbes every year. In October 2017, he was surpassed by Amazon founder and CEO Jeff Bezos, and his net worth was $90.6 billion, compared to Gates' net worth of $89.9 billion at the time. In May 2021, Gates' net worth was estimated to be $144 billion, making him the fourth richest man in the world. He has been in 2008, leaving Microsoft to engage in business and philanthropy. He is the founder and president of several companies including BAN, Cascade Investment, BGC3 and TerraPower. Through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, which is considered to be the largest private charity in the world, he donated a lot of funds to various charities and research projects. Through this foundation, he led as the turn of the century a vaccination campaign has made a major contribution to the elimination of the virus. Wild polio virus in Africa. In 2010, Gates and Warren Buffett created the Giving Pledge. They and other billionaires pledged to donate at least half of their wealth to charity. Elon Musk. Elon Reeve Musk, born June 28, 1971, is an entrepreneur and business tycoon. He is the founder, CEO and chief engineer of SpaceX, Tesla Incorporated, early investor, CEO and product architect, founder of The Boring Company, and co-founder of Neuralink and OpenAI. Billionaire Musk is one of the richest people in the world. Musk's mother is Canadian and his father is South African. He grew up in Pretoria, South Africa. He briefly studied at the University of Pretoria, then moved to Canada at the age of 17 to study at Queen's University. 2 years later, he moved to the University of Pennsylvania, where he earned a bachelor's degree in economics and physics. In 1995, he moved to California and studied at Stanford University, but decided to pursue an entrepreneurial career and co-founded the network software company Zip2 with his brother Kimball. The startup company was acquired by Compaq for $307 million in 1999. Musk is the co-founder of X. In 2000, it merged with Confinity to form PayPal. The company was acquired by eBay in 2002 for $1.5 billion. In 2002, Musk founded SpaceX, an aerospace products and transportation services company, where he served as CEO and Chief Technology Officer. In 2004, he joined Tesla Motors, an electric car manufacturer, as president and product architect, and became CEO in 2008. In 2006, he helped found SolarCity, a solar service company, which was later acquired by Tesla. It became Tesla Energy. In 2015, he co-founded OpenAI, a non-profit research company that promotes friendly artificial intelligence. In 2016, he co-founded Neuralink, a neurotechnology company specializing in brain-computer interfaces, and founded the tunnel company The Boring Company. Hyperloop, VacTrain high-speed transportation system. Musk has been criticized for his unorthodox or unscientific position and widespread controversy. In 2018, he was sued for defamation by a diver who providing rescue advice at Tham Luang Cave. A California jury supported Musk. In the same year, he was sued by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission for posting false tweets, claiming that he had received funds for a private acquisition of Tesla. Musk spread misinformation about the COVID-19 pandemic and was criticized by experts for his different views on topics such as artificial intelligence and public transportation.